somehow. All right, go ahead, Brian.
All right, so I know you guys are into GTA and all, but I know Halo 2 is coming out today, so I was wondering if you guys knew anything about that, if you were excited it was coming out, and there's a possibility we'd be able to play you guys online or something.
Well, the problem is I never played Halo because I don't have the Xbox, and but I'm thinking that they're talking about this game like it's going to be even better than GTA San Andreas. I think I'm going to have to pick up an Xbox now.
Different type of game.
It's a totally different type of game, but it's going to be really, really good, and the online play is much better for Xbox than it is for PlayStation.
Don't you know it's coming out in a week or so?
It's coming out tomorrow.
No, don't you know? Don't you know what's coming out in a week or so? Half-Life 2, my friend.
Oh.
Gonna blow Halo 2 away.
That's for the PC, though, right?
Yeah, you know, the game platform real people play on.
Yeah.
That real gamers play on.
I can't afford that kind of hardware.
Oh, what are you spending your money on? You gotta spend it on computer equipment to play games with.
I'll spend it on my car.
Food and rent and all that? Mm-hmm. You don't need that stuff. You need to play. And you can play online now through Xbox.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Can you hook it up to a cable?
Yeah, it's cable modem or DSL.
Oh, okay.
It's up to 16 players.
I thought you'd be there with your dial-up connection getting your ass kicked.
No, you can only do that on PlayStation. They don't allow that on Xbox.
You take like 2 shots at somebody and then the lag catches up and you realize you were killed 15 minutes ago.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
See, you're definitely, you know about it. So.
Oh, I'm online all the time.
There's a lot of people out there that are interested, and if you guys get the opportunity, we'd love to play with you guys online. So.
I hear it's pretty good. I hear it's going to be a pretty good game. I'll check it out.
It's going to be awesome. I definitely suggest picking it up. Well, all right, guys.
All right, Brian. Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
All right, we got to move on. But they're talking about Halo like it's going to be just unbelievable. A lot of great games to choose from this holiday.
A lot of good
season.
ones coming out. Everquest 2 comes out, I think, today or tomorrow. And what a fag game that is. But I'll be right there. I pre-ordered it. I'm ready to rock. It's like a new beginning to
You're going to be dragged back into
addiction.
the EverQuest addiction?
Not only that, stupid, they really do rope us in because it's a pay service. You have to pay money to play this game every month. It's a monthly fee. What is EverQuest?
Ixnay on the monthly fee, A.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what's going on with this radio program.
That works? Keith the Cop, who is my brother-in-arms on EverQuest, how much is it a month?
I think we're paying $12 a month now.
$12 a month for one character on EverQuest. I was up to 3 characters playing at once. I had 2 computers and a laptop. So, do some math. You figure out what I was spending a month to play.
Well, why? I don't understand the game. Why 3 characters? I don't understand.
Jimmy, I was my own group. What you want to do is group up with other players, and you could take down bigger villains and stuff on the game if you have a lot of players with you, and you get group experience, and some things you can't do, perhaps my character can't heal, but I can do a lot of battle damage. Then you need another character who is better at healing. So I would put together my own group of 3 people, and I'm working at an Emerson, Lake and Palmer keyboard player. I got different levels of keyboards for computers going around, and I would be my own group, and I would roam about taking down various bad things. Don't look at me like that.
It's like calling yourself on the phone going, hello? Who is this?
You want to play?
Yeah, I'm not with Anthony on this one at all.
You know why? Because you never played it. It's one of those addictive games that you get on. If you describe the game, it sounds like the gayest thing ever.
Dude, I watched you guys play it in the office many, many hours, and I was...
It's not about watching either. You got to be involved.
It looked a little slow, a little boring, very time-consuming.
Very time-consuming indeed.
I mean, there's a feature on the game. It tells you how many hours you've been playing, right?
How many hours, how many days in real time.
And what's
it adds up all the hours that you've played and puts them together into how many days you've actually played the game. Not how many days since you logged on, but how many actual days you've played, sat there wasting playing the game. Keith, what are you up to?
I started in January of 2002, and I have 141 days.
So he spent 141 days of his life in front of the computer playing this game.
And that's like 2 12-hour periods would equal 1 day. They actually added up hours to real days.
It's real days.
No, this is real days.
Yeah. And we worked it out one day. We were playing, and I was sitting there, and I figured out how much the NYPD would have paid me if I went to work for those days.
Right.
And I had like 120 days at time, and I would have made like $110,000 or something
in
like
overtime.
that. In overtime. And then Anthony wasn't working yet, so he figured out that the old company paid him about $563,000.
Yeah, it would have been
EverQuest.
a huge amount for me playing EverQuest. But I used to play at work, so it really, yeah.
Thanks for
kinda
blowing
added
up our
for
spot,
me.
Keith. Jesus.
Wow, the
It was
company.
in all the papers, wasn't it?
You know what the company would have paid me to play EverQuest? Nothing, because the contract didn't get done fast enough. I'm sorry, I was busy. I was away arranging things neatly and putting.
You're still bitter about that, are you?
So,
Yes, he doesn't even want to look.
Yeah.
All
I was
right,
going to ask you
enough.
an EverQuest question. I had a question about EverQuest, and I can't remember.
Yes.
Damn it.
EverQuest 2,
Trust
though,
me, no
coming
one
out.
cares.
Oh, you know how many people are playing?
I understand, but no one cares. They want to hear about Tara Reid. I have nothing on that one. Come on, let's go, Matt.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Matt.
But I will be taking a call from Philly next.
Oh!
Go ahead, Matt.
I got a problem with Keith, man.
Why?
Why?
He is a bum. Salvin sucks, dude.
Oh, now he's making fun of my EverQuest character.
Oh.
Obviously a fellow gamer.
Wow, he's a fellow gamer.
Yeah,
What's
I
the-
told him I was going to call, and he knows why I'm calling.
What's the name
right
of the
now.
character? I'm sorry.
Oh, this is actually the young lad when we had our discussion a few years back on the other radio show that I went to his house with T-shirts and bumper stickers, and he was like that 13-year-old boy from Better Off Dead that answers the door when the mailman comes.
Why the
out.
hell are you going to a teenager's house?
With gifts.
Jesus Christ. You thought it was a 17-year-old girl, you freak?
I felt like
He's lying.
I felt like quite the pervert when I walked to the door
I'm
and handed
sure.
this young lad these T-shirts and everything.
Keith the cop. You want to come to my ranch?
You want to come in my life's new Lexus?
Look, he's a little older now,
Keith the
though.
pedophile, and then Keith's going to arrest himself.
Yeah, right?
No,
What the hell's wrong
And he
with you?
showed up and a cop was there. Oh, but it was him, so it's okay. Wait a minute. He meets a 13-year-old boy on online gaming and goes over to his house to bring him gifts.
Yeah.
You try to explain yourself out of that one,
Where's
Keith.
IA? Come on.
And all I wanted them to do in return is take a dump in a pizza box.
Why are you
Keith.
going to a 13-year-old boy's house?
Back when we were talking about EverQuest and we were joking around.
Putting
how
his
we-
arm around the young lad by the computer. Now, when you go around this corner here,
Keith the mentor.
Yeah.
Keith the mentor.
let me show you something.
Hey, let me sit. Sit in my lap. Let me show you.
Log out. Let me show you something else on this computer. A
Yes.
page I always go to.
Yes, your daddy is an asshole.
Youngboys.org.
Oops, that's not the website. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought it was an EverQuest fan site.
Right, I'm sorry.
Look at that. Would you like to do some of the stuff you're seeing on this site?
What's Wonderkind?
So why, Keith? Why?
we were talking about it at that time on the radio, and we were joking around how
Kinderfuck.
we were going to give T-shirts and stuff to people who were helping us out in the game, and this kid happened to live local, and I dropped by his house and I dropped off a couple T-shirts and stickers.
There you go.
There you go.
Did he say goody?
Were you hoping his mom was hot? I mean, I need to understand this one.
He just wanted to get in with the EverQuest crowd so he could get some free stuff.
All right.
There you go.
Well, is that it, Matt?
Yeah, that's it. Hey, Keith.
What's up, pal?
Dude.
Totally. Now, I saw it
That was
coming.
like
I
right
didn't.
down-
I didn't get in the way. I didn't take the bullet.
Oh my
I
God!
saw it coming. I hope you were wearing your vest.
You got to know when the knuckleball's coming. You just step back out of the
Hey,
box.
Keith.
Yeah, we really did leave him like Serpico with his face in the doorway.
And we just looked. No one uttered a word, and we all knew.
We all looked at Keith like, "You're not gonna fall
That
for this,
was
are
great.
you?"
Yeah, thanks to Laurie.
And the guy had a tough time
Yeah.
hanging up
Keith.
his phone.
Yeah.
Mark and Phil. All right,
Yeah, fellas, love you, man.
all right. Thanks, Tim.
Good work, man. Later, guys.
This
Bye,
guy
sweetie.
from PA saying that EverQuest destroyed his life. Go ahead, Ron.
Hey, what's up? I didn't say destroy my wife, but I did end up spending about a total of 340 days. playing
340 days. The guy's got just about a year of gameplay. Oof. That's rough.
I've been playing since the first day in '99.
Well, they've been doing a lot of articles on this stuff where people have boring jobs, like they work in a deli or some real just heinous job, but their online life is more important to them.
Yeah, their online life
they don't even
is
care.
exciting.
Yeah, they don't even care about their real life anymore. It's all about just, making enough money to go home, to get back online, to make your character, bigger and better.
Yes, bigger, better.
So you could be like, a dungeon guy? The dungeon guy
Dungeon guy?
Look, the wizard hat.
You want to build yourself up to level 70 now.
That's the highest?
Yeah, that's the highest right now. And get as much uber armor and weaponry as you can. And, be the big guy on campus.
I know what I wanted to ask Keith before. What's the longest amount of time you actually played in a row?
Oh.
Probably 14, 15 hours at a clip.
I played longer than that. I think I was on for 24 hours straight once. And the only reason I stopped is I fell asleep at the computer playing. Yeah.
I think I was on for a total of 48 hours once.
48 hours? Are you married, sir?
No.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
That about says it all.
You really need
it?
to hear the answers to that?
Well, I did finally uninstall Everquest yesterday to make room for Everquest 2.
Yep, there you go. Everquest 2.
What finally helped your addiction, sir?
Excuse me?
What finally stopped you from playing?
Everquest 2.
Oh. Yeah, he's just getting a different drug now.
Yeah, you got to switch from one to the other. Crack the cocaine. Anthony, you have to say what server you pick when you finally do, so we know.
Yeah, I'll say what Everquest 2 server I'm on. All right, man.
Bye.
Thank you, Ron.
God, at least my addiction has a load at the end of every rain. There's like a little, at the end of every tunnel, that there's like something shooting out.
It's something you got to play in order to understand.
There you go. We're going to take a break. Stephen.
All right. Everquest 2 coming in today. Released. I'm getting it today.
And Halo.
Psyched.
Halo 2 today, right? Or yesterday?
Halo 2 came out yesterday. $100 million in its first day. That's like bigger than movies.
Well, that's what they were saying. I've read a few articles on the video gaming, and they're saying it's much more profitable than making movies now.
Huge.
So a lot of huge players are getting into the video gaming business because there's the profit margin is unbelievable.
You remember
look at the Grand Theft Auto.
I know.
San Andreas is selling like crazy. Now you got Halo 2. Now you got Everquest 2.
Remember when
you
being
got
part of video
Half-Life coming
games?
out.
Half-Life 2 coming out. Psyched. Remember when video games being part of it, whether it was a voice or some other involvement, was something you did because your star had fallen.
Yeah.
They got these has-beens and stuff to do these. Now people want to be part of these things. There's Samuel L. Jackson is in GTA.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. But
as well as your buddies Opie and Anthony for 30 seconds
for
each.
30 seconds, we have a little cameo. We got involved late in the game. Hopefully, on the next one, we'll have a bigger part.
Well, thanks
Definitely.
to Infinity Broadcasting, we weren't really allowed to do anything. And as soon as our contract ran out, they called us immediately, but it was a little late in the process. But
fit us in at the end there. But hey, I'm psyched to just have my name in the credits.
Yeah, they threw us a bone.
How cool is that?
They threw us a bone. I don't know what's going on with the phones.
Games.
Can we update the phone list? Now they're writing down
leaps and bounds.
And then you checked out Half-Life 2 last night?
Oh, I've been waiting since I guess 1998 is when the first one came out. And I was just, I played that for sometimes 20 hours at a clip. And I was married at the time, Opie, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did I catch some hell. Oh, did I catch some hell for enjoying myself with a video game. My God.
That was your marriage distraction.
It certainly was.
I forgot all about that. That's what got you through the last few years of that marriage before you decided to move on.
That's right.
I forgot,
was
man.
Half-Life.
You were Half-Life man.
I was Half-Life man. I was Gordon Freeman, the lead character in the game. That was me. And most games they pump out sequels. Every year you get a sequel, and they're just progressively worse and worse and worse. This they waited, since 1998. You've been waiting for this game, and it came out yesterday. And I ran right to the store, eager beaver that I am. I'm looking for a GameStop, and found one, picked it up, and it is just as good as they've been claiming it was going to be. It's pretty much another step up in gaming.
Are you going to blow off Grand Theft Auto now?
You know something? I've kind of let Grand Theft Auto take a backseat to EverQuest 2, which came out like last week, and I've been leveling up. Opie, happy to announce I'm a level 13 sorcerer. I'm a level 13 sorcerer in Everquest 2.
I thought you looked different.
I wear my pointy sorcerer hat and my robe into work now. Isn't that amazing?
I see it.
And I have my little wand.
We were going to comment about that a little later.
And through the show, I sorcer. That's what I do, because I'm a sorcerer.
That's what it was. Your magic scared that smell out of me.
Was that it?
The guys on the show will never grow up. We just will not grow up.
No, incapable of growing up.
We certainly are incapable of growing up.
So I kind of played that, which took me out of the mix for GTA. But I have GTA on the PlayStation in the bedroom.
Yeah.
So sometimes going to bed early because, we got this thing to wake up for in the morning. And I'll lay back and, get in there with the homies and play a little GTA. But then I got into the Everquest 2. And now, yesterday, Half-Life 2 came out. The graphics that they're talking about, and I saw a film like a year and a half ago about this game.
Anthony, yeah, you showed me the game, maybe even 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was close to 2 years.
Oh, no, a year and a half. Year and a half ago.
About a year and a half ago.
And some ass stole the codes or whatever and delayed
the whole game.
Delayed the game.
But what they were saying about it a year and a half ago, the high expectations everybody had for this game, it came true. I was playing last night. Everything's interactive in the game. You could pick stuff up. The facial expressions, the graphics on the people, they have a lip syncing technology that they use where it's not just the mouth opening and closing. They actually mouth out the words. And you might say, is that a big deal? The graphics a big deal? It's part of what brings you into a game. It's part of what makes a game really good and a game just run and shoot, Some of these run and shoot games, they get boring after 5 minutes. There's no real story to them. The graphics suck. The gameplay sucks. When you get a game where the graphics are great and the sound on this game is amazing, you're walking through, you're hearing creepy shit. It's surround sound, so you're hearing stuff behind you. You dim the lights a little bit when you're playing. It gets creepy. It gets really creepy. It's like a good horror movie, but you're in it and you're kind of the driving character. The graphics, again, the surroundings, the outdoor graphics. You look up at the sky and it looks like a real sky. The buildings, detailed, amazing. And the gameplay is great. Some of the way you can
but then again,
kill these things.
Your system is ridiculous for gaming, so
yeah,
I'm sure the game is still unbelievable and the graphics are great, but I've seen your system. It's ridiculous, man.
I went to some of the gaming message boards, and people are saying, I dig the game, but it's clipping on me. Some of the graphics kind of stutter. The sound is stuttering. You got to turn off some of your graphics and stuff. If you have a good system, you could crank everything up. It runs smooth as silk. Yeah, I have a ridiculous system.
It's just unbelievable.
Ridiculous. But, I play games a lot. I need it.
Right.
That's what I use it for.
By the way, my mom did enjoy The Incredibles. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, she liked it?
She was like, wow, okay.
Cartoon?
Yeah, she's totally digging it now. So I did that. You did that.
I got to just mention one more thing. This weapon that they have in this is called the anti-gravity gun. It's a gravity gun. You can pick stuff up. Anything in your environment, you pick up with this gun, and you can launch it at like supersonic speeds at whatever's coming at you. So I was running a little low on ammo in one section, and there's just zombies and all kinds of these creatures that have been taken over by these aliens coming after me. And using nothing but a radiator, I pulled off a wall and a fan blade. You just hack apart these zombies coming at you. You line up, you kind of get positioned where they're coming at you in a big crowd, and then launch this blade at them, and they get cut completely in half.
Sweet.
There's ragdoll physics on the characters, so they flop to the ground like a real dead person would. And then some of them are cut in half, and you hear behind you, and you look, and he's crawling with his hands coming to like bite your ankles. And you just hack them apart. It's fantastic. I love it. The sound is really great too. When you light these things on fire, they start screaming. Oh! Oh! And you riddle them with the machine gun. It's just a fantastically violent,
Do you feel bad
game.
when you kill the people?
Hey, sometimes it was a little odd because one guy...
I remember you on the old show, you were talking about Half-Life, and they were starting to get it together with the facial expressions a little bit, and you sort of said... It's getting to the point you kind of feel bad killing your the people in these games.
You kind of feel a little bad. There's these creatures called head crabs that jump up on people and get into their brain and turn them into these zombie-like things.
Right.
When you light them on fire, the head crab sometimes pops off their head, and you could hear them back as the person they were, but they're on fire, and they're like, "Help me! Oh my God! Oh!" So you got to mow them down with a machine gun, you know,
because you don't want to hear them screaming. It's
out of sympathy.
You just want to shut them up.
Yeah.
So that's what
grenades
we
are great too. You throw the grenades at these crowds, and the pieces of them and whole bodies go flying through the air, and you can see them. They just fly up like rag dolls, hit the ground, still burning, and however they land, that's how they land, and that's how they stay. So you'll come up on these deformed, burnt bodies where the leg is over the top of their head. It's not like the same body laying there twice. Again, you might ask what's the big deal, but it's just part of a game that really brings you in.
Yeah. And Jim, what did you do last night?
Did a set at the Comic.
Looking real good in here right now.
I want everybody to know so they could refer to me, on the instant feedback and message boards. I am no longer a sorcerer, Opie. I did my wizard quest last night, and I am now a wizard, Jimmy. Yeah.
He's obsessed with EverQuest.
EverQuest 2.
EQ2, right?
EQ2. Yeah, EQ2. I was a sorcerer, as you all know.
Sure.
And
what the hell is a sorcerer, by the way?
A sorcerer, I'm a caster. I cast spells of...
is that good to be a sorcerer?
Well, there's all kinds of things you can be. You could be a regular fighter.
What's the worst thing you could be in EverQuest? 2.
Every character has their strengths, and you're all kind of needed in the community. I cast spells of heat and cold. I used the powers of the elements. And I
funny. Steve
you.
only casts spells of heat.
Spells of heat. I cast a spell on his hat, and look, it's on fire. How powerful I am as a wizard.
There is the heat miser himself getting the studio ready for cherry darts. You'll hear that in the background. But Anthony and I are true professionals, and we could talk and do radio.
Of course.
Even with all these distractions around us. The ribs smelling nice, the drunks outside the studio, porn stars already walking around naked.
We're impervious to distractions.
Just a lovely, lovely scene here today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're...
So last night I had to do... That's why I'm a little tired. I might have stayed up a little later than I would have normally. I had to go out and gather some precious gems from the knolls of Blackborough, Opie, and bring them back to the Madge Tower in South Kinos, where I handed them in and was given the test. I had to defeat some elemental beasts in the tower. 4 of them, which I defeated.
So there's 5 of you then total. Maybe sword fighting in a Sears restroom.
Yeah. Did you get arrested for this mission?
Well,
and your name's in the paper today. You sick F.
You can be a wizard or a 73-year-old doctor.
I think I'd rather be whacking in the bathroom with the old guys than doing what you're describing here.
I think you misunderstand.
If you move to the next level, you have to dock with the older gentleman at the restroom.
What is wrong with you?
I was finishing my wizard quest.
You do realize you're an adult now, right?
I do.
Okay.
I was very happy. I killed off the last one, the Earth Elemental, and I went back to the quest giver, and I got my new wizard staff. My new wizard staff for kicking ass. I'm very happy about that. Now I'm a wizard, so don't refer to me anymore as a sorcerer. I am indeed a wizard now. EverQuest 2.
I smell my Pop-Tarts. Where are they?
Oh, they're done. I'm just going to get
Boss wants the Pop-Tarts.
I thought Jimmy's farts were getting sweet.
They smell really good. I want to bite into that delicious goodness.
How do I get this goodness in me?
Yeah, Brian Regan will be on the show next week.
Yes.
We should start promoting our guests instead of them just popping up. People are like, dude, if I knew Larry the Cable Guy was going to be on your show, I would have told all my friends to listen.
Yeah.
How about Lynch? Is he coming in? And also Sully? We're supposed to have Sully?
We're going to have a lot of guests next week because we're doing that free play thing for XM Satellite Radio where everyone will get a chance to check out the show if they have XM Satellite Radio.
Are we loading it up? We're gonna
load up the show next week.
We're going to give them some good shows.
What's wrong, Eric?
Full 7 cents worth?
They're burnt? Son of a bitch.
I'm going to go get you new ones.
Oh, God.
Somebody...
Why did you have to get...
Oh, God, you burnt his fucking Pop-Tart.
If you're going to get Pop-Tarts, don't pull them off a plane in Colorado.
I set it for a minute 30 on the toaster, and the thing just didn't turn itself off.
Everyone knows you only cook Pop-Tarts for a minute, not a minute 30.
They just have to be heated, not cooked.
What the hell? Who did this?
Who did?
I just put it in the oven. I turned it to a minute
That would be
30,
you.
and then...
Oh, geez. Oh, my God. Throwing that hot filling.
Would explode like napalm and just stick to his boyish sex bagel flesh.
Running nude down the street.
Yeah.
Covered in napalm.
Now you know why I said where my Pop. I smelled them burning.
Yep.
Dude,
I thought I was gonna save them in time.
I got to tell you, in all my years, I have never seen burnt Pop-Tarts.
I think the Virgin Mary's face is in one of them.
Oh, wait, look at that. Hey.
People just don't burn Pop-Tarts.
Get this up on eBay immediately.
You just heat them up.
No Virgin Marys in these.
Jesus.
That does look like a balloon now.
Scrape the burn off with a knife.
I know. Come on.
That's
all right, so you're doing well with EQ too.
Yeah. Very proud that I'm now a wizard. I've been doing a lot of battling in Blackborough. The Knolls of Blackborough.
The Knolls of Blackborough.
Ah, yes. Very hard to defeat.
I thought you moved back to Brooklyn.
It's the Lords of Flatbush.
Yeah. Oh, you remember that?
Yeah, maybe.
It's two different mics.
That better?
You sound deep and bassy.
I do sound deep and bassy. So I was up a little late. Up a little later than usual last night, Opie. I was going for my my wizard robe. My wizard armor robe. EverQuest 2. Heavily involved in EverQuest 2. I'm a level 20 wizard, bordering on level 21. I was on a quest last night with a big group of people in Stormhold.
Yeah, now that's distracting me.
There we go.
What a great way to start our free play week, huh?
Hey, free play.
We'll get into that in a minute, but yes, Jim?
I just wanted to let the audience know that what were you going for?
I was going for my wizard armor quest, my robe.
A lot of people may not be familiar with that is. It's right up there on the masculine scale with going for your AZT.
It's the game I've been playing, EverQuest 2. I'm heavily involved. And I was in Stormhold with a group of 4 other people last night. Various classes, I'm the wizard. Then we have, a guy there that takes care of the heavy hitting with the swords and healers and whatnot. And I'm going through a quest. I was killing defiled torrents and gelatinous cubes last night, and I still have to go to the library and kill these flying books in order to advance in the quest to part 4 of my 5-part quest.
Who needs books?
Right. I just hit them with my magical heat and cold spells. And I'll get my wizard robe, I believe, by probably tonight or tomorrow.
You do realize you're a shock jock, right?
Yes, shock jock. I shock people by my faggotness.
You're embarrassing us fellow shock jocks. With your nerdism.
Let me tell you, hundreds of thousands of people play this game, Opie.
By the way, now
Online.
I hate this mic.
Do you hate this mic too? I hate this mic too. Right when we get used to things.
I don't know why we have to try new things live on the show. I don't get that. Can we do a test before the show, after the show?
Because now it's going to take forever to even get it back to where it was. I'm not happy with this microphone either, right? You aren't either.
No, it's really
it's really bad.
It's a distraction, actually.
God, man. Because when the sound changes, even if it is good, whenever the sound changes, it's kind of distracting.
Yeah. When you do a radio show, you want everything to be the same every single day.
Same as it was yesterday.
If a mic's different or whatever, the volumes have changed. It just messes up the whole flow of a radio show.
Throws you for a loop, as they say.
Because we're divas.
I'm a microphone diva.
All right, we're going to have to just make believe that the mic's good. So go ahead.
You sound fine to me, but I don't know if that matters, but you both sound normal to me.
Yeah. Thank you, Jimmy.
All right.
I sound normal.
All right, so you spent the night playing EverQuest 2.
Yeah, so I was up a little late trying to get my wizard robe.
Mm-hmm.
I've been walking around in the same wizard robe for, about 10 levels. About 10 levels. It takes a while. So now I'm very excited that I'll be getting this new wizard robe with newer stats on it and everything. So I'll be even more powerful a wizard when I get to.
When does this stupid game end, by the way?
It never ends.
This is the online version?
EverQuest, of course.
The online version I know never ends, but can't you just play the game?
No, there's really no single-player version for this.
Oh, I did not know that.
No, you get online. You must subscribe. You must pay money to play this. By the way, I believe it's up to like $20 a month that I pay to for the pleasure of playing this game. And there's hundreds of thousands of people that play this, but it never ends. It's EverQuest. You just keep going. You try to level up higher and higher. You try to get better equipment. That's the whole thing. That's like what you want to do. You want to get some Uber gear. and get your stats up and become all powerful, Opie. And I've been approached by a couple of guilds, but I'm staying away from those because of what happened last time I was in the
guilds
Cats
are
and
kind of
Hats
like
Guild.
guilds are kind of like gangs, right?
It's a cool gang to be in, Opie.
It's a gang, but you all wear pointy hats.
No, only certain classes wear the. I don't even believe
with
there are
astrological symbols on them.
Yeah, little stars and half
Little
moons.
stars and half moons, you faggot.
Yeah. Put a Lucky Charms box on your head and a dress on.
I cast a spell and the broom went crazy.
Instead of your gang having gats, you got like a pretty little wand with a star on the top of it.
No, I didn't go with the wand. I have a wizard staff.
Oh wow!
That I could take from my back.
Yeah,
and I can beat the bad guys with it and cast my spells as I'm beating them.
So you're staying out of the guilds.
Yeah, I'm not into the guild right now. I think I'm happier out on the plains of Antonica by myself, battling various bad guys that come up across my path.
You just don't like your regular life. You have to like submerge yourself into this cyber world.
Into cyber world? But I've always been like that. I don't think it has anything to do with regular life. I love my regular life. I love coming to the job and doing radio. It's fun. But then, there's certain times when I just want to sit in front of a computer and enter that virtual world, Opie. Yes. Sometimes it is a lot of fun to be able to run. You meet other people online. Mm-hmm. I met this beautiful, I believe she was a sorcerer last night. Looked very hot on the screen until she said, "Have to go now. The baby's crying."
Just zap it with a lightning bolt, you fat whore.
It gets like that,
So you're wow,
wandering about.
It's so funny because a lot of our fans, they think we have just the greatest lives. They have no idea how really lonely we are. The life of a shock jock, and I hate that term, but it's pretty boring.
I was shocking with some of my electric spells last night. I was a shock wizard last night, Opie. Taking care of business.
How many hours are you playing a day now?
It does vary, and I take some time off. A lot of times, if I'm crafting some things that I have to make, and then I sell them, I will go into my hotel room in the game and sell my goods. But while I'm doing that, I'm not going to sit there and just look at the screen because it takes hours to sell some of the stuff you make for various copper, silver, gold, and platinum pieces. And when that's happening, I'll then go inside, watch TV, have sexual intercourse with a real girl, and then
it's so funny how you had to just add that in because you started to realize in your head how faggy this sounds. You're like, if I tell people I'm actually banging a real girl, I'll be cool again.
Well, the movie will come on. And
it's still faggoty.
I'll watch TV with my girlfriend. We'll lay in bed and watch TV, order something, and
absolutely
bang for a while,
my goods
and then
are being sold,
and then run back to see how many goods you've sold.
Yeah, I'll put my little house pants on and run inside and go, "Oh, I sold 4 silver spikes for 4 pieces of silver each that I crafted myself." And then, I'll get back on the game and do a little more adventuring. Maybe I feel like going to a Thunderstep. Maybe I feel like taking a trip out on the plains, do some harvesting of some wood products or mining for a metal that I will use later to craft some plate armor.
So how many hours a day? Did you say that?
Could be about 10 hours a day.
Are you really up to about 10 hours a day already?
It could be 10.
I've heard, man,
12.
That this game is so addicting.
They call it Evercrack.
Kids have killed themselves.
They've killed themselves. Ben Stein's son. Ben Stein had to do an intervention with his son because his son was freaking out that he was cutting him off from playing Everquest. This is Everquest 1. Everquest 2 is just as good, in my opinion. And they would wake up at night and hear like sounds coming from the living room. And Ben Stein had come out and, oh my God, my son's playing Everquest again. And he physically had to remove him from the computer and got rid of the computer, sent his son to some kind of rehab. And now his son's not allowed to play anymore.
There's video game rehab?
Yeah, there's video game rehab, especially for this game. People have lost their girlfriends, wives over this game.
Well, I read a real interesting article on video games in general, especially this online gaming.
Yeah.
And it's getting to the point where people really don't care about their real lives anymore. You know, they got, regular jobs. Maybe they work in a deli or they're a mechanic or a secretary, what have you.
Yeah.
And they're not even trying to better themselves in the real world anymore because they find their online life so much more exciting.
That's what happens.
So they're pretty much just going to their regular jobs to make enough money to pay their bills and get the latest video card or what have you. And then they're really living their lives more and more online. They're much more into that than actually going outside and throwing the ball around or socializing with, face-to-face people.
Who do you want to be? Do you want to be Bob that fixes the copy machine down at IBM? Or do you want to be like Ralthrop, the sword-toting warrior that,
I'd rather be Jim McGreevy.
You'd rather be a gay governor from ex-governor from Jersey, yeah.
And, people, it's called massive multiplayer, online role-playing game. And you get hundreds of thousands of people on various servers, and they link up. It's an online community. You see these people on a daily basis. You pass them by in the various villages and hamlets of the gaming environment, and you recognize them. Hey, how you doing? You know the names. You know what they do. You know where they come in handy if you need a favor or something. So it is. Some people are more satisfied with these online lives than they are with their life.
So you're really getting to know the other characters in your online community.
I'm more of a loner. I'm a little greedy, a little selfish. I like getting my stuff done. If I need a group of people to defeat some mob is a bad guy, defeat some mob.
Are you talking about Anthony the Shock Jock or Anthony the Everquest faggot?
I'm talking about Jax. My name is Jax online. Jax.
It should be Jacks.
That's what I should be doing instead of playing this.
No, but you bang your girlfriend.
Right.
Which makes it all...
Thank you for bringing that up, Opie. It makes it much gooder.
What's your last name? Other fellas on my face?
Well, the phones have exploded.
No, I am Jax of the Wrath.
Jax of the Wrath.
That's what I am, and as I travel around, that's what people see over my little character.
Okay.
As I wander about the plains of Antonica.
Mike in Jersey, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey. I thought we cured you of this. Hold on.
No,
Mike.
there is no cure.
No, because when we were at WNEW, you were doing EverQuest hardcore, and then you kind of just stopped playing one day. It was like when you decided to stop smoking cold turkey. You just did it.
Yeah.
And you did the same thing with EverQuest, but for some reason, EverQuest 2 has creeped into your life, and
I had to check it out.
It's taken hold.
I had to check it out. Hey, I played Half-Life 2, and I beat it in like a week, okay? And that's a cool, manly shooting game.
Well, and the online version is pretty basic. You just go around and kill things.
Right.
But EverQuest 2, it's much more involved.
Very much more involved.
Mike, what's up?
Yeah, I wanted to know if this robe that Anthony's going after, is that different from the robe that he gets at the little beauty parlor that he goes to?
The beauty parlor. My grandma goes to a beauty parlor.
Well, you described your haircut last week, and it sounded like you went to a beauty parlor. You're getting robes and...
John Sahag. You walk in when they cut your hair, and they give you a robe that you put on. It's very comfortable, keeps your clothes nice. Sure. You sit down in your robe, and they bring you beverages if you need, and they cut your hair. It's a very nice experience.
All right.
How much time do you spend around John Sahag?
John Sahag, not John's Hog.
Brett in Illinois, what's up? Hey, Brett, what's up?
What's up, man?
Yeah.
Come on.
Sorry.
Hi.
I thought you were trying to get the gay out of the show.
Stop it.
Yeah, this isn't gay.
There are many people.
There's a difference. This isn't gay. It's faggoty.
As a matter of fact,
get back to the damn ground.
All right.
Boston Red Sox own, what's his name? Jesus, Kurt Schilling.
Kurt Schilling plays EverQuest?
Plays EverQuest. He's done many interviews. He's done interviews online on EverQuest sites about his game playing experience. So, take that.
What's he searching for? A new Achilles and a non-racist city to play in?
I found the people very tolerant in the city of Kinos, which is my home city the game. Kinos. That is where I hail from.
You hail from Keynotes, do you?
I hail from Keynotes. The evil people hail from Freeport.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course, Freeport.
Of course they do.
Yeah, all right. Joe from Jersey, what's up?
Yeah, it is.
Hey.
You gotta take it easy. He's got to send half his points to his wife every month, so take it easy on him.
Half my stat points I have to send to the wife.
Yeah, do you have to do that?
No, they are all mine. No one has even asked for them.
If you're the king of online gaming, your ex-wife doesn't get half of your stuff?
No.
She doesn't get half of your powers and half of your arrows and half of your goods that you're selling?
Although
while
I
you're
don't-
banging your girlfriend?
I don't think so. Although the people online in this game have been married. They wed online. And your brother just laughs in the corner.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
There are weddings that they hold online where people actually get together in the big group, and there's a bride and groom, and they craft. There's actual rings that you can craft and give to each other.
Now, okay, here's the question. Are the people that are getting married online, are they married in real life to other people?
I would assume some of them might be, but judging from the clientele that these games get, I would say probably not.
Is there a jealousy factor?
I think so. I've read some things, yeah.
Like, would you, Anthony, get married online?
Oh, hell no.
Because I know you'll never get married again in real life.
No, I would not get married online. I'm a loner in the game. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Because I'm
Yes,
not trying
Jim.
to. Is it possible after the wedding? Are you able to, if things aren't going well, are you able to craft a rowboat and an anchor to tie around her neck?
You are so obsessed with them.
Yeah, I love the case too. Yes, you craft a little.
Why does it always have to
boat.
go back to little Connor Peterson?
Little Connor.
A little lump of what could have been.
Paul from Jersey, what's up?
Hey, I was calling to back up Anthony.
Thank you,
And now
Paul.
I'm sitting here listening. I think I'm changing my mind and changing my account.
He definitely makes it sound even faggoty.
Look, I am
more
adding
faggoty than it is.
Online, I've gotten married online. I've gotten divorced online.
Ugh.
I actually got married in real life on Saturday. Bedded my wife, put her to sleep, and went down and played EQ too. Anthony, they're right. You're gay. I'm canceling my account.
What level are you, Paul?
17 Dark Elf.
17 Dark Elf.
Is that
Very good.
impressive?
So you hail from Freeport.
Yes, I do.
Yes. Oh, he's the evil one.
Is 17
Yeah.
Dark Elf pretty impressive?
No,
Yeah, I'm kind of liking it.
I think it's pretty average for what people are. Like I'm level 20, which is pretty average for what people are for where the game
Yeah,
came
but
out.
it is a lot of fun.
There are
guys.
people that are like level 35 already, and the game just came out, so they must really be playing a
How
lot.
high could you get?
I believe level 50 before any expansions are added on. So I got a ways to go. Believe me, I'm telling everybody everything that's involved with this game, and people that really get into it. I'm very much a loner in the game. I don't team up with people. I'm not living the life. I'm not going to believe it or not, there are Everquest conventions that people actually travel to meet the real people that are playing this game, and they dress as their online characters. When they go, I love how your brother's just laughing in the corner.
I'll tell you why my brother's laughing a lot. He has a roommate that hasn't seen like the light of day in probably a decade.
Oh, he's in Tribes, right?
He was Tribes. Now he's WoW.
WoW is a big one too.
What? What's WoW?
World of Warcraft.
Warcraft. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So when he's talking about wowing, he's talking about going with like teenage boys and playing on a computer, not about getting some
Whip 'em
titty
out
action.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's amazing. This guy Chris, he's been a friend of our family since we were all just tiny little tots, and he's pretty much blown off his real life at this point.
Yeah, I remember when he was playing Tribes, and that's all he did.
The guy goes to work and then comes home and closes his door. It could be 90 degrees in the summer, a beautiful summer day, and he will stay in his room for what, 12, 16 hours at a time easily.
Until he has to get up and go to work.
World of Warcraft a huge game. People are jumping all over that. Also, City of Heroes was big. That was one where you're able to make a superhero, and you are then a superhero in this kind of comic book world, and your job is to then fight the evil villains. And you gang up with other superheroes with various powers and stuff, and you take on these evildoers.
Don't even get us started with superheroes. Jay was in town, and my brother and Jay and I went out drinking and stuff, and we were just discussing superheroes at nauseum.
See?
My brother has a whole thing on Aquaman.
Well, Aquaman, it was, they're at the Justice League, and something's going on underwater, and they're all looking at each other, and Batman just turns to him and is like, Aquaman, this one's for you. Like, no effing kidding. It's underwater.
Uber agent Bob Eatman.
And you, Ant?
Well, the Everquest 2 servers seem to have crashed over the weekend, causing an uproar in the geek community, Opie, like I had never seen before. The message boards were just rocking with angry geeks that were angry at Sony, who puts the game out. You couldn't log on to the game. And then came real horrific news that there was going to be a rollback. What they do is they roll you back to a previous date. So any experience you had made, say over the weekend, before the server crashed, will be wiped out, and you will go back to wherever you were. You'll lose materials that you have harvested, money you had made, levels you had gained, and be wiped out. I hadn't played, so I was lucky. And as a consolation, they took some of your experience debt away, which you gained for getting killed in the game. I got on, got a good group. Fan from the show came up to me, a young sorcerer who was a level 16, I believe, came up and saluted me. And said, really? Big fan of the show.
How did he salute you? A cyber salute, was it?
No, it's all animated, so you have these emotes, they call them, that you can do.
Emotions.
Yes, exactly, that you can do in the game. So somebody, you can walk up.
Emotes?
And you see their character salute or bow or laugh.
Look at my emote.
That's ugh. I think your emote is ugh.
Oh, I know what the salute is. It sounds like this.
That is an emote labeled blow. Yes.
Wait, I think I got an emote, too.
Do you have an emote?
Well, continue, Anthony.
It's an emote. They're expressions that you can put on your character's face, or things that they do with their body, like wave. If you're leaving a group, you wave goodbye, and your character waves at everybody.
And they all wave back?
Yeah. Or if you want to point at something, you use an emote to point.
Here's my emote.
Yes?
Only the best for our listeners. That's audio from Friday's show.
That's a great emote.
Thank you.
That was Pat, spelled P-H-A-T.
Yes, he was.
So what happened?
Well, I finally did get online and hooked up with a very good group of these little rat people, and they got me through a part of the quest. I am now halfway through the 5th part of my quest, and then there's a 6th part afterwards, Opie. So within the next, I guess, week, I will have my wizard robe. Yes, so I don't have it yet.
All right.
Very excited.
We got to go to Maggie in Syracuse.
Jax, J-H-A-X. I'm on the Luckin Delir site server. Thank you.
Whatever.
Maggie, you don't like my name?
What's your name on it?
J-H-A-X.
J-H?
Yeah. I guess it's just one of those random names that were kind of awful.
Was C-H-O-C-K-S-H-U-C-K-E-R taken? You chuck shucker.
Maggie. Mike's going?
I was visited last night in my game by a couple of people. Donkey Sausage, I want to say hi to. Lil Connor and Connor Peterson, who came up and said nothing but mommy with a question mark after it every time he chatted.
Hey, Steve, is that kid smart enough to do this? Syracuse, Anthony. And talk to Dominic. Dominic, what's going on?
Hey, I'm up in Syracuse. Donkey Sausage.
All right.
No, I said hello to Anthony last night.
Oh, that was you on the game?
Yeah, I had to stop over and say hello. Listen to the repeat last night.
On EverQuest 2, Opie, I have a lot of people now stopping by and saying hello with wacky names like Dominic here. He came up as Donkey Sausage. And I have another friend, Lil Connor, and then Connor Peterson, who did nothing but type mommy with a question mark the whole night. He's just typing mommy. Sick bastard.
You and your geek friends. Jesus.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So I'm in Syracuse. They're replaying the same bit over and over. They're doing 2 for Tuesday. And then they're cutting in with the bit about how you guys are taking over for Howard while he's on vacation.
So they're playing the same bit over and over again?
They're doing a twofer and then putting that on, like a little trailer.
Interesting.
Well, turn up the radio. Let's hear what they're playing right now.
If that's just going to spread. Yeah, I do believe that's going to spread. Yeah, Tylenol and lay down in bed. You know what the beauty is? Today we start our show like just another normal show. All the other high-profile radio DJs in America pretty much taking these 2 weeks off, but we know we can't take time off. We have to.
All right.
We have to.
They're playing yesterday's show is what they're doing.
In different order, though, it seems like. They're just cutting it up.
Who knows what they're doing?
All right. Well, we're on.
All right, Dominic, we're on. It's a little more gooder than yesterday's train wreck that they had up there, so we'll see how it develops in the coming days, okay?
I got.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Dominic, for the update.
No problem.
All right.
I got kicked out of a group last night also on my game. I was kicked out of a group because the leader of the group got the whole group killed twice in 15 minutes, and I commented on it. I was like, hey, he went up to these giants and pulled 2 at a time when we could barely take 1 at a time, and he pulled 2. Happened once, fine. Happened twice, and I'm like, I start yelling at the guy, going, please don't do that again, sir. Please don't pull 2 of these beasts that we cannot possibly defeat.
You didn't really yell if you used the word please.
I did. I did say please.
Yeah,
yes,
so you're not
I
really
did.
yelling then.
And then they kicked me out of the group. And there I was, just walking away from the group, looking over my shoulder as they're battling on, and I was shunned.
You're even a loner in the cyber world.
I know. I felt like a total loser. I know. I should have felt that way before. But
The minute the log-on screen came up and you didn't put your fist to the screen.
They kicked you out of the
I
cyber
was so
world.
dejected. And then I sat there a while, just watching the group, hoping they got killed again so I could type in, ha, ha. But they didn't, of course.
So you didn't get your revenge?
No.
Couldn't you get back in the group and go, come on, guys?
Bastards. Yeah, that was me in the game. Just walking away slowly. Looking back, seeing them defeating another giant as I leave, dejected.
And you were trying not to look behind you,
rejected.
but you couldn't help it.
I couldn't help it.
You had to look a few times.
I had to spin that mouse around and take a little look behind me and look at everybody looking at me walking away.
Did they wave goodbye?
No, they were very mean. Very mean. I was just questioning the guy's ability to pull mobs over to our area.
So what happens when you get kicked out of a group in the cyber world and you have to walk away?
Well, first of all, I'm in the middle of very hostile territory, so I had to walk out of there without a group, which is very dangerous, Opie. Very dangerous indeed. And then I have to go and find another group. And by doing that, you have to shout throughout the zone, it's called. You type in shout, and then you say, 23 wizard looking for group. And you know that they're reading it laughing because now you're looking for another group because they kicked you out of theirs.
And they know why you're looking for a group because you got kicked out of the other one.
Because I got kicked out of that one, but it wasn't my fault. The guy was an ass. I wish I could remember his name.
Did you have the wizard robe on?
I haven't earned it yet.
Oh, okay.
I have one more step in my quest to get the wizard robe. I did acquire the shoulder pad things that my wizard shoulder pads and gloves and bracers, and I'm working on my pants and my robe.
What are bracers? They keep the knees steady?
No, they're wrists. They go on your arms and have some type of magical properties. Yeah. And there I was, wearing them, walking away from the group that I was kicked out of on EverQuest 2.
Very sad.
Dick.
All right. Let's go to Oceanside and say hi to Anthony. Hey, Anthony, what's up?
Not too much.